Hello, everyone. My name is Trent Dressel from CourseCareers. Today I'm speaking with Nika. She recently landed a job at Asana, which is such a great tech company. So, Nika, I'm excited to highlight you and your story here today and hopefully help some other people. Can you talk about what you were doing before you decided to join CourseCareers?
So here in Chicago, I used to work for Chicago Transit Authority, which is the CTA, which is the second largest transportation company. So I was there for 9 years, and I started there in 2013 as a customer service assistant. I went to a rail car coordinator, and then I ended my journey as a maintenance manager. So it was a total change from transportation and maintenance over into tech sales, but I was just tired of the corporate humdrum. There was no room for creative ideas, and I wanted to get out of that. And I started doing leasing, and that's what took me over into Course Careers when I started doing sales with that.
Oh, and when you say leasing, is that helping people land their dream apartment? And
I'm a licensed leasing agent here in Chicago. I work with Prospect Equity, so I do help potential clients find their dream homes, condos, apartments, whatever they're looking for.
and what led you to want to pivot to get into
You know
tech?
what's funny? I actually saw one night on TikTok last year. I saw Cyrus do a video about getting into tech, and I was like, tech sales and software engineering, and I was like, I don't know too much about it. So I started doing research. I think I watched 15 to 20 YouTube videos about how to break into it, what exactly it is, because I had no knowledge of this. As I started to do the research and got more videos, Cyrus actually introduced me to Course Careers because he mentioned it on his site, and he said that it was a great course, something you should look into, especially to kickstart your career into tech. And so I said, you know what? I've already left CTA, and it's time to figure out the second half of my career. And I went ahead and pulled the trigger on Course Careers, which I'm so happy I did.
Fantastic. What was it about tech that led you to get excited? A lot of folks typically say, well, hey, the pay seems a lot better than maybe what I would used to with this glass ceiling, work-life balance, being able to work from home like it looks like you may be doing today.
It was the work life balance, and it was definitely freedom. I no longer wanted to sit 9 to 5 every day at the office. I wanted to have that freedom where I can work from home, I can have a hybrid situation, or I can have a remote situation and still be able to participate in like my leasing activities and all of those other type of
Yeah.
things because you do get a break in between. And also just the socialness of it seemed like the tech field had. Everyone was just so welcoming, and it seemed everyone was networking, and I was like, I want to be a part of that family link type of environment, and I'm here.
What does it feel like having gone from perhaps an in-person setting the first half of your career to now having that flexibility?
It's so weird, to be honest with you, Trent. I almost have to pinch myself like, are you working? Because it almost feels like you're not. And it's like I can take a break, I can go into the kitchen. Like I've never had that ever in my career. And I've been working, I'm 38, so I've been in the industry for a while as far as working. So I've never had that. And it just I almost want to pinch myself. I'm like, I can leave, and then when I do go to work, we have breakfast and lunch catered for us. So it was like, where am I?
Oh. How much did you know about the career of tech and tech sales before coming across Course
I did not
Careers?
know a lot about it. I had only really heard about it from about two people that I had previously worked with at CTA because they were looking into it, and they were actually into the cybersecurity they were looking into. So I was like, mm, I don't know too much about that, and I don't want to sell because what I thought selling entailed was your door to door salesman. Hey, can you go ahead and buy this rug or this vacuum? And I didn't want to do that. And then when I found out that with software, it's different. You're talking to companies who need things for their teams and their employers or whatever the case is. So it was totally different. And once I started to do that research and actually read a lot of the student videos that you had on the Course Careers page, those were amazing. So that's what brought me to it.
After you enrolled in the course, how did the experience and the information help prepare you to then begin landing interviews?
I was able to speak to bant and spin and things that I had never even been introduced to coming from transportation, especially reading the books, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Oh yeah.
fanatical prospecting, all of that carried over even into my leasing as well. So it 100% prepared me to talk confidently in those interviews as far as what I was getting ready to try to sell and even sell myself during that interview. And it was totally a confidence booster.
How long did it take from the time you started the course to the time you ended up landing your job?
I started the course in October. I did take a little bit of a hiatus because I had to study for my leasing test. So I took about a month. And then I landed Asana in February. So I actually had applied out. And it's funny too, Trent. I had took the Course Careers course. I had got an offer for another position with Target. And I almost was going to take it because I wanted to go back into what I was used to. I was scared to kind of take that jump. And I said, you know what? Go ahead and take the jump. I went to Target for a month and then I literally stayed for a month and was like, no, no, no. Go into the course careers, go into the tech sales, what you want to do. And I actually applied for Asana while I was at Target and I was in a meeting and I was like, this isn't for me. And I applied for Asana and I left Target and I put all my faith into it. I applied for Asana and about 6 other tech companies. And I actually got an interview for all of them.
What did that process look like selecting different companies? How did you decide, well, hey, Asana looks great or XYZ company looks great? Because you were in Target, you wanted to change what you were used to. What was your process finding, identifying companies that suited what you were looking for?
LinkedIn was a really big source for me as far as being able to look up companies. I read a lot of their descriptions, what they offered, what the culture was like. I went to their pages, the company's pages. I clicked on people on their pages to kind of see the work life balance. I did a lot of research as
Mm.
far as if I felt like that company was going to be a fit for me. I also didn't want to apply and set myself up for failure. So I wanted to make sure that I knew the company or somewhat some more information into the company and figured that my personality would be a good fit for them. And that's what I did with Asana. And I love the balance and everything was celebrated and they were going to their different offices and the work life balance. And I had no idea about all the perks that I got then. I just liked what they embody.
Do you think you would have had all this optionality with these different tech sales roles if it hadn't been from your experience going through course careers?
Absolutely not. I have this experience all because of Course Careers. I am forever indebted to Course Careers for this experience because it was really, I never thought I would break into tech or even a Black woman would break into tech, honestly. So 100% Course Careers.
Now that you're in a high paying career path, how do you envision your life changing, if at all, over the next few years, entering this new role in this new industry?
I feel like it is just going to skyrocket. It is so many avenues and different places that you can take your career. You can go into automation, you can go into software engineering, you can be an account exec, you can go into customer success, and they encourage that to move on. Even in my role now, we're already talking about career coaching and what's the next step. Where do you think you want to go? And that's amazing because I never experienced that.
Now that you're a few months in the role, it looks like maybe a month or two. What has that experience been like starting, onboarding, receiving some career coaching, meeting other people, networking to your point? What does that look like now that you've crossed the threshold and you're on the other side? Because I'm sure a lot of folks are curious what it's actually going to be like day one and
It's
beyond.
amazing. So day one was actually at home, and I went into the office day two for onboarding, which I'm still onboarding. I'm in week 3 of onboarding. So with Asana, all of the onboarding is online, even though we are in office on Tuesday and Thursday. A lot of it is self-paced learning. What we do have due dates because we also utilize our own software. So it has been. I onboarded with one other person. And it's a total of 9 of us for different places. So someone is the head of mid market, you have 2 inbound
Mm.
SDRs, you have 2 account execs, and you can learn so much from everyone in our onboarding classes. It's amazing. Um, Getting breakfast and lunch catered every day, being able to just walk out of the office and just take a break and a breather and go up to a different floor. We have 3 floors in the building. So you can go up to the 4th floor and get coffee, go up to the 17th floor and work. Um, Very welcoming experience. If anyone feels intimidated, don't. Because soon as you hit that door, they're going to be open, welcome, and ready to answer any questions you have. Do not be scared to ask questions because they will literally check on you every second of the day to make sure that you're okay. And I love that.
What advice would you have for someone that's trying to follow in your footsteps and break into tech who perhaps doesn't have any experience or comes from a different industry like you or is questioning, hey, well, can I actually really do it?
Believe in yourself. Go for it. Take that chance. It's not hard. You may think it's hard because I thought so as well until I actually started the course, which was so informative. The way that you guys actually laid out the information is very well and it's self paced. Take your time, learn it, like breathe it in, drink it in, and just apply it. When you go into those interviews, you are going to be very confident because Course Careers gives you everything you need. Like I said, I didn't even know what BANT meant, and now I'm selling BANT. Like I didn't even know budget, authority, need, and timing. I didn't even know what that meant until the course. So go for it.
You have all the answers to the test now because you know the questions to ask. Final question here for you, Nika, or more so a request. Can you give us the 15-30-second quick elevator pitch why everyone listening right now should click the first link in the description below to begin the free tech sales intro course?
Start. It'll be the best ever changing life choice you will make. You will get career freedom, especially if you came from a place like I did, where you were there Monday through Friday, 6:30 to sometimes 5 o'clock at night. Take that chance on yourself.
Mm.
Bet on yourself. You never know where you can go. I never thought I would land at Asana, the one of the best software project management companies out here. Take a chance. Take a chance. Learn it, read it, breathe it, talk to it, speak to it, and you'll be confident and you'll land that position.
Wise words from Nika. Incredible story. Thanks so much for being here today. And I'm sure a lot of folks found value in your message and in your words of wisdom here. So for anyone who wants to find Nika, I know you've got a great LinkedIn profile. I was looking at it before
Thank you.
this. Go look up Nika on LinkedIn, connect with her, ask her any
Any questions?
questions. And we look forward to seeing you guys in Course Careers sooner rather than later. Nika, thanks so much for being here
Thank you,
today.
Trent. Bye, everyone.